Hey guys, welcome to Whiskey and Literature. I'm your host, Captain Mike, and I'm excited because tonight we're drinking some bourbon. And we have the St. Augustine, Florida Straight Bourbon. And this bottle was a gift to me, one of my subscribers, Kevin. Thank you so much for this. Kevin's also a friend of mine, and he has given me 3 bottles of whiskey this year. And I was thinking about these bottles the other day, and I realized they're all kind of the same. So can you tell me how these bottles are the same? St. Augustine, Florida Straight Bourbon, Larceny Small Batch, and the Green River Wheated Bourbon. And I did kind of give it away here with the Green River. These are all wheaters. And I don't think that was intentional. I think it's probably just a coincidence from Kevin. And regardless, I am grateful and happy to have all these bottles. And I will say the Green River, I'm kind of powering through this bottle. About a week or so ago, I decided, hey, I don't want it on my shelf anymore. I'm just gonna drink it till it's all gone. And I've actually grown to been enjoying that pour. But tonight, it's about the St. Augustine Florida Straight Bourbon. So St. Augustine is a Florida distillery from St. Augustine, Florida. That's about 3.5 hours away from me. I'm on the West Coast. St. Augustine is over on the East Coast and a bit north of me. They opened their doors in March of 2014, and I think they're pretty awesome because they mash, they ferment, distill, and age their own whiskey, that's pretty awesome. They do it all in a pot still. They age their whiskeys to a minimum of 3 years, and they batch them in batches of 16 to 40 barrels. They have, I think, 3 products that are shelf stable. One of those is the Florida Straight Bourbon. Then they also have a port finished, which is the straight bourbon finished in port cask. And then they also have, they call it the Saint, which is again the Florida Straight Bourbon finished in old-fashioned barrels and bottled at barrel strength. I noticed at Total Wine & More the other day when I was there, they also had a toasted for sale and a single barrel select from Total Wine & More. So a nice array of different bourbons, but today it's just about the Florida Straight Bourbon. This is bottled at 44 ABV. It's 60% corn, 22% malted barley, and 18% wheat. The bottle is labeled 3 years old. It is non-chill filtered if that matters to you. And the price at Total Wine & More for this bottle is $49.99. I know Kevin didn't buy it at Total Wine, but that's MSRP, $49.99 for the Florida Straight Bourbon. All right, let's get it. Not too long of a day at work today. It's almost 11:30 at night right now. Got home a little bit ago. Nice, pretty easy day today, but it's nice just to relax a little bit before the holidays. And I hope you're preparing to spend some time with your loved ones or your friends or for some family for this holiday. Or you're just gonna do something fun and enjoy a couple of days off work. It's been weird for us the past couple of years because I think, 2 Christmases ago was the first time we woke up, no, last year was the first time we woke up in 25 years with no kids in our house for Christmas morning. It was nice and weird at the same time. This bottle is, I'm about a little more than a third of the way through this. I think it's a bright nose. It's present. Sometimes I'll nose a whiskey and I'm like, I don't really get, you're just kind of trying to find something. And it's just sometimes just so faint. But it is nice and present. It reminds me of non-peated, like a Scotch or an Irish whiskey, that 100% malted barley. I think of it as kind of as a doughy, dull note, and I get that in there, and it is 22% malted barley. Also a bit of wheat in there. There's some cinnamon on the nose. Maybe some dried fruits as well. It's a nice nose. It's there and present, and you can pick some stuff out of there. I think it's great. Cheers. Just immediate it's bottled at it's 88 proof. Just a little bit of tingling on my tongue there, just a little bit of that proof just on the point. There is some cinnamon there, and then there's some sweetness, maybe some vanilla, and some caramel. I think that's the sweetness there. Some more of those fruits, and there's a bit of sourness in there, maybe like a sour apple type note, some fruit, but and it's not an unpleasant sourness in any way. It's kind of a nice little twist to it. Maybe a hint of chocolate there as well. Kind of a bitter type chocolate. I don't look for wheated bourbons. It's not something I go out of my way for. And I also don't shy away from them. I have probably a half dozen at least wheated bourbons at the house right now. But I don't find myself drinking them very often, except lately as I've been blasting through this Green River and this St. Augustine. But it's not typically my go-to type of a pour. And it's lacking kind of that rye spice. There's just something missing, I think, in wheaters that I typically really like in my whiskeys, whether it's a rye or certainly a high rye bourbon. Just a little bit of that spice is just kind of missing in these wheaters. And I think that's why perhaps a lot of guys don't gravitate towards them. Not that we necessarily always shy away from them either, but it's just that's not my favorite. Okay, and just a little bit of warmth. It's kind of a short finish. Just a little bit of a heat, a little bit of warmth, and then it's just a little bit right there, done. So $49.99. Should you go buy St. Augustine Florida Straight Bourbon? Well, first of all, I don't even know, do they distribute outside of Florida? No idea. I don't know what their production is in cases per year, and I don't know what their distribution is outside of Florida. So first of all, can you even get this where you're at? I don't know. You can go to the website and check it out and see if it's available in your local area. And if it is, and you like wheated bourbons, I think this is a pretty good one. Their distillery is, like I said, 3.5 hours away. I'm gonna have to go over there and give them a tour. I do really like to do distillery tours, and I think doing a local one would be pretty cool. So $49.99, if you can find this, I think it's a nice addition to the shelf. I'm thinking about picking up that Saint. It sounds pretty intriguing to me. I don't think I've had a barrel strength bourbon finished in an old-fashioned barrel. I just know I haven't. So that sounds pretty cool, and I think the reviews have been pretty good on that. So anyway, I think if you can find it, pick it up, add it to your shelf, and give it a go. And have you had it? If so, let me know. What do you think? Do you like wheated bourbons? And I think this mash bill even is different than the other two mash bills. It just, like that huge amount of malted barley. I don't think I've ever seen a whiskey with this mash bill. Anyway, my guys, I'm gonna finish this drink here and then go call it a night. And I hope you're reading something good and drinking something great. Turn the page and stay thirsty, my friends. Cheers.